I just dropped the mic. Probably earlier than I should have in this video. Yes, I get that, but bear with me.
Writing with Grace, it's writing with Grace, cause I really don't want to write this whole thing by myself. It's writing with Grace. Writing with me. My name is Grace.
Welcome to the second to last chapter reveal of Writing with Grace, the series. It doesn't sound as dramatic out loud as it did in my head, but still very exciting. Now let's get to some statistics. Whoa, ow, ow, ow. You might have noticed my amazing mic drop in the beginning of this video. If you didn't, what were we doing? That was because this week in your submissions, 46% of you included an air mic drop, which is great. Air mic dropping is an actual art form. Very easily, you can be dropping something else. I'll just give you a quick demonstration, Diane, if you want to try and guess what I'm dropping in all of these scenarios.
Bobby pin.
11 golf balls.
12 golf balls.
My childhood.
A ghost.
That was also a microphone. Have you learned nothing? 75% of you included rain as part of your Freak Week Day 7 event. Wow, a lot of you watch music videos and I guess want some sort of cleansing process to happen at the end of this Freak Week. More than one of you had said in your submission that rap is the truest form of expressing emotion. Rap, I can say, has had a very transformative effect on me from when I was a young child. I remember listening to the rap, beans, beans, the magical fruit, the more you eat, the more you know, I won't say the end of it for legal purposes, but it rhymes with your pants. 30% of you guys were very offended by the fact that I said bobby pins cannot open locks, and you argued that. A real locksmith commented on the subject, letting us know that bobby pins do in fact work. So, okay, great, I'm wrong. Growth, progress, grace. Now on to some superlatives. This week's award for best talking goes to, it's a tie. First for Wintry Garnet. Wintry Garnet called out in their dialogue that Lace hates rhyming. Lace blinked back the sleep in her eyes. I hear what you say, but what could you possibly have today? Dogs, music, truth quakes, and no gravity? Then it gets worse with the lights and candy? Haven't you already noticed my perfect crime? It's your personal pet peeve, Lace. Rhyme. What a cool callback. Good job, Wintry Garnet. Also, Wintry Garnet has been participating and submitting a chapter every single week of Writing with Grace, so thank you so much for your consistent support and participation. I give you this moment. Our other winner this week for Best Dialogue goes to Alex Fowler 8 for Mr. Kevin's in-depth analysis of the rap battle. You guys, Banana totally crushed that last bit and their team could really win, Marmee whispers with a slight tension in her voice, but our team produced straight, consistent fire throughout the battle, whereas the opposing team were a bit inconsistent with their fire. It was more like a landslide, but instead of sliding down, it slides up. Mr. Kevin reasons. That was amazing. Also, who knew? Mr. Kevin so in touch with the youth speak. Now on to Best Surprise Surprise. The winner is Hannah LH 2001. Hannah LH 2001 gave us an insight into Mr. Kevin that none of us knew before. Mr. Kevin's full name is Kevin. Harry, you don't say the claps. People do them, says Mr. Kevin, literally looking down on Harry. Sorry, sir. Please call me Kevin. Your first and last name is Kevin, sir? Yes, it is. I love that so much. It's so simple and so beautiful. You get such an insight into the anguish he's experienced in his life. So thank you for that. And now the award for Prompt Prize. Athletic Aesthetic. For deciding that Day 7 of Freak Week turns our cast of characters into famous and world-renowned paintings. Mr. Kevin becomes Mr. Mona Lisa. Excellent opportunity for a spin-off series. I want to know everything about Mr. Kevin. And now on to our choice chapter for this week. Our choice for chapter 7 goes to Roses and Summer for their chapter, Break It Down. And I'm gonna break down why I love this chapter. 1, there's the drama that Freak Week might become Freak forever. Lester, who is Crush's older evil brother, wants Freak Week to continue on into infinity time. Dangerous. Also, all of the events from previous days of Freak Week happen back to back to back to back to back. There are shih tzus in the sky, there are truthquakes happening. Also, we find out that Crush's real name is Bob. And then they have this rap battle that happens, which is actually very impressive. And we find out that Crush is actually really bad at rapping. He has an Achilles heel and it's rapping. And Kevin. Mr. Kevin actually calls it out, which is really hilarious. The group ends up forgiving Banana for joining Lester's evil side. And then Jim speaks up and lets everyone know that Lester's calculations are wrong. And it's not that Freak Week is gonna continue forever. Instead, because these calculations are wrong, the world is going to blow up. This could be the end because of Lester's terrible calculations. Molecules are getting mixed up from the Freak Week satellites, and so someone has to go and shut down the satellites. Lester decides to risk his own life to try and save everyone else, but then the chapter ends in silence. There's a big eruption. No one knows where Lester is. Everyone seems to be alive. We don't know. This is basically the physical representation of where the chapter ends. It ends like this. What? That's where we are, and chapter 8 is up to me. So we don't have any prompts for you this week because it's my turn. And you know I'm gonna be writing so much about Mr. Kevin. It's gonna be. But what I do need actually, and really would love, is your thoughts on how you think this whole novella should end. How should Freak Week be wrapped up? What should happen in chapter 8? You won't get chapter 8 until VidCon. Zoinks! Surprise! We're gonna be releasing chapter 8 when we read the entire novella out loud. Don't worry, it's gonna be filmed, so it'll be up on this channel for those of you that aren't able to see the live read. Next week, there will be another episode of Writing with Grace. It'll be more of an overall roundup and catch up about the whole Writing with Grace process. If you want to catch up on Freak Week as it is now, go to wattpad.com/writingwith. Oh yeah, thank you guys so much for submitting to this whole process. You guys are very talented. Writing a rap battle is not easy. So many of you gave us wonderful submissions that this might have been the hardest week to choose, so congrats on making things difficult. I'll see you guys on the internet every day, all day. I don't know.